welcome back to the channel. UCS Productions, or Adam here, and today I'm going to be talking to you and showing you the top 5 custom things that I made for my latest mock. If you haven't already seen that, guys, definitely go check it out. It is the next most recent video on the channel. It's a 327th Star Corps mock based off the Clone Wars. I did it for EMG Brix's mock contest. Anyway, guys, that being said, this video is focused on the top 5 things that I made. I think are really cool and not necessarily too difficult things to make that you could apply to your own custom mocks. The custom speeder I'm going to be making a separate video on, but I will show you that today. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. Just wanted to show you guys a whole overview of all of the top 5 items, and in no particular order, going from left to right, we have the custom bark speeder, a custom barricade, custom crates, custom hollow table, and 3 different types of custom plant. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these ones. I want to dive in and take a little bit of a closer look at each one and then show you how to build them. First up is the custom bark speeder. So I spent a lot of time trying to use reference material and make this design as sleek and accurate as possible to what the generic clone bark speeder would look like, and I'm very happy with the outcome. So starting from the front, you can see these are meant to be the fins, like the front small fins, because the Lego skis are just way too big for this style of design. And this cheese slope piece here is meant to be just showing the angle of the front, really. Unfortunately, there isn't a piece that Lego make that is a air intake print on one of these. There might be something of that sort, but I also didn't have time to look and buy one. Moving back, I wanted to give it quite a long nose because that is generally what they have. I've used this set of handlebars because if you actually look at the reference material, Lego and everyone, they use like the big black droid arms and those other pieces. I think these actually still look quite realistic because if you were able to cut out that center bit there, the shape of these handlebars actually are quite similar to what you see. Moving back, we then have the pedals, like the feet pedals. I'm not entirely sure what they're properly called, but I was really happy with the outcome of this design. They just look really, really cool, and I love the effect that they give when you have the trooper on there. So moving back, we then have the centerpiece and the thrusters. I was really happy I was able to keep this sleekness and still incorporate those miniguns on top here. I did want to make this custom to my own mock, so it won't look exactly the same as every other speeder, but I was kind of rooting for that anyway. So I really liked the use of these trans blue studs on the back here to give the idea of it in motion. The last thing I wanted to say is I was really happy with how tiled off I was able to keep this. I've pretty much had everything tiled off, the whole underside and the front, at the top and the back. There is basically not a single stud showing on this mock, and I'm really over the moon with the outcome. Number 2 on the top 5 list is this barricade, and I love this because it's a very simple, easy and effective design. It's literally about 13 parts, I believe, and you could make it even less if you have the correct pieces. Unfortunately, I didn't. But I'm going to show you guys how to make this. The pieces that I used. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you guys a video of how I made this. So that is how easy it is to make this barricade, guys. You can make this in a smaller or a bigger version as well, and obviously change it up to your own designs by all means. I think what would be really cool to add in is a holder for a blaster or something like that. So next up we have the crate design, and this is a really cool one, guys. This literally takes 3 pieces to make, and 2 out of the 3 pieces are very common as well. So I'm going to show you how to do this. The good thing about this crate design is where it's so easy and simple and the pieces are common, you will not have trouble being able to make something like this. Plus it is stackable as well, so you could make multiple of these and make like a big blockade, which would be a really cool look in a MOC. So the way to make these is you need a Technic pin. I'm not sure the specific name for it, but I'll show you guys and you will know what this means. Then you have the wheel, which is also quite a common piece. You can either find it on Bricklink or you can get it in a lot of Lego sets, especially with cars. This third piece will be your most rare piece, but again, it's really not even that rare. I found so many of these on loads of Bricklink stores. They're not expensive or hard to get, and they're a really cool piece, even if you don't use them in this design. And it's literally as simple as that, guys. Next up, we've got the hollow table. Now this is probably one of my favorite custom designs for this MOC. It's a really cool one, and I love how detailed it is. I actually have cut the edges down on this glass plate here because I wanted it to fit perfectly on a 1x6 plate or tile, because when you don't cut them down they actually do slightly overhang, and I'm not a fan of that, and in this case I just didn't have much room. But I think one of the best things about this is just all the different comms pieces on it. On the right here it has this droid access panel. I really don't know the name for it, but there it is. And again, all these pieces are pretty common to find. There's 13 pieces in total, guys, so really not that many pieces. So the way you are going to be building this, and I'm just using this as a back plate, you can use whatever you want. In general, this is actually quite a strong build, and it really does look quite clone basey, futuristic, and when you light this thing up it looks really cool as well. So that is the hollow table. Last up on the list, guys, we have my 3 different tree designs. Now I really enjoyed making these. They didn't take too long to make, and they also don't take too many pieces to make either, especially not this one. So I'm going to start off with the one on the left. This is more of a short stubby shrub type plant, and it's so simple. It's literally one brown stud on the bottom, and the way I make this is basically you just put one of them on the brown stud and you just keep attaching the same plant piece to a different section of the plant piece below, and you build it up, and it just becomes a bit of a mess essentially, and then it makes that sort of dense shrub look. And all I've done to enhance this is add in some brown like tree root style pieces. So you're just adding a couple of these and some like stick pieces essentially throughout the mix, and it just makes it that much more natural looking and detailed, I suppose. Obviously you wouldn't necessarily put it there, especially if you make a bunch of these together. You can really intertwine these a lot easier and they don't look so awkward sticking out. But that is the first tree design. We have the 2 more palm tree, real sort of tree styled, and the way this works is a bunch of these 1x1 brown cone pieces upside down, and you just put a load of them together and you stick the bottom one into a piece like this, and that grounds it for you. And the way you get the curve is by just kind of slightly bending it in your hands, and to an extent it will still stay together, and then you can get a slight curve in your tree trunk essentially, and it becomes like that. It's a very cool technique. The top section of this again is really easy to make. You just need a couple of these big plant pieces, and in between a couple of brown 1x1 studs to make it look like the tree is carrying on through the center. Stick them together and put them so they're not facing the same way, because it also makes it look like there's more leaf effect as opposed to just the one. Then what I have used is a bunch of these. Now these, depending on what sets you get, they're sort of a common piece. You can pick them up on like pick-a-brick walls and stuff like that, but they're the newer style where they sit into something rather than sitting on a stud. And the way I found easiest was to do this. It just makes it look like there's more smaller branches. It's really just more detail and effect, guys. So the way you do it is you literally just stick them in random places, and then you want to stick one in the center at the top. And it's really as simple as that, and that makes your tree. You can add extra or not add as much if you want to, but that's the first one. And last of all, same building technique for the trunk and the actual tree. All I've actually done is add in these lily pad pieces, because I just think it gives more like effect of an actual leaf. That wraps it up for the top 5 custom objects in my MOC. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I had enjoyed making it. It's been quite interesting, and I haven't done this style of video before, so I'm kind of new to it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and tell me which your favorite custom object was. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave it there for now, and I'll be back very soon with another video, so take it easy. Peace out.